Hello Minecrafters and fellow YouTubers, Mature Miner back here again today, and we started the first part of home improvement with learning the basics, and I took the time, I spent a few hours building this structure. It's just a skeleton, there's no yard work done, there's no really, just the basic structure and the glass and the ceiling, and not even the flooring is just basic quartz which we'll work on later. No rooms assigned, no nothing. Uh, Again, no garden work done. All that stuff we'll work on during the series. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slowly build this house piece by piece by showing you what to do and what not to do. We started with the basics yesterday, and one of the few things I said to include would be to make sure that there's a one center point in the whole structure. So, for example, this whole structure here I built, there is one center locating point right here, marked right here. This is the center of the entire building. There's one center, not two centers, not it's an odd number. So if it was even number, we'd end up having to use 4, and that's not bad if you know how to work with it. But to be simple and be straightforward, one block is more than enough in terms of starting out. So what I plan to do for the first episode or the second episode of Home Improvement after I show you the basics is to start out with the lighting. I think the lighting is best because after we got the structure down and the glass and the windows and such, we'll begin with lighting. And to do that, I plan on using glowstone as my primary source of light, and I will be using the cobblestone wall as a beam or a ceiling cord sort of for the chandeliers. As you will see now, I'll start out. First off, this is going to be the biggest chandelier of the whole structure. I plan for it to go down maybe, you don't want to go too close to the floor obviously, you want to keep it at least 5 or 6 blocks above. So I'm just going to have it go, let me just bring it down. I'll bring it down, let's see. Now you could always go higher or lower. This is a nice height right here because I do anticipate the glowstone blocks will be built and come on, they will continue on down. I'll just add a few more just to be safe. Okay, this is a good height to start out with, and again, first for lighting, you could use anything from glowstone to the glowstone redstone, and you could even use these new sea lanterns. I checked them out; they don't look too nice for interior design. You could also use a mossy cobblestone wall, but it won't work really. You could even use posts, fence posts, or the colored posts, the wood posts. Those will also work as a beam, but I'm just going to keep it real simple with the glowstone and the cobblestone wall, and you'll see once I begin working on it, it looks really nice with the room. So to begin with, I want to think of a structure I want to do. Now people may just do chandeliers where they're just okay, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, basic structures like this, and they continue all the way around. Now, I use that's a basic concept. You want to begin with that, but you want to build upon it. For example, I'm going to start up 3 higher than the lowest point, and which is 1, 2, 3, and I will begin with just making a basic square surrounding that one centerpiece. So there we go. That's a start. Now I plan from here to make it expand on each level below it. So I will just start out with just making a square, 1 block bigger on each side, which will just surround the other square we have already inside. You can keep this or delete this. You probably won't see this block because this is going to be enclosed, this whole area. And I have a pretty big space here, so I'm actually going to continue that design one more time down. So let's try that one more time. There we go. As you start building, you get kind of a feel of what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna end up closing this up. So I'm gonna go the same way I went down. I'm gonna go up now, so I'm gonna go in and make it 1 square smaller, 1 block smaller on each side. It's gonna be like a really not too fancy, it may not even look good until we start adding more details to it. Again, we'll do the same thing, keep getting it smaller, until we end up with that last piece, which just stands out like that. That's an okay chandelier. It's pretty basic, nothing too fancy. But we could start adding to it. You know, you could go your own way and add one on each end, in the middle of each side. It gives it more depth. It stands out a bit more. Even continue on to the top. You can always continue all the way to the top if you want. Nothing wrong with that. Clicking is off today. There you go. That gives it a bit more depth, as you can see. You could even cut off some of the corners. Again, even more depth, more texture, sort of. Probably is a better word. Doesn't feel so boxed in. It kind of feels more rugged, and that's nice. It kind of looks more of a sphere than like a square or a pyramid, which you don't want to go for those things. So those don't look as good as if you were to actually build up your own design. That's why that looked off of there. I didn't finish the pieces right here, and there we go. Now it looks really nice. It looks full. It looks like a very nice centerpiece. Once you're done with that, you don't want to leave the chandelier looking like this. You want to add something. You don't always go for one block. For any build, you don't want to go for one block as the center and only thing. You want to have something that complements it. So I found oftentimes that the iron bars, they work really good on chandelier. They give it kind of the shiny more than just the glow part, kind of like the metallics of stuff. So this design is going to be a bit tricky, but we'll just start out with placing on each side, on the inside, that is connected with another block. Don't put it right here where it's only connected with one block on the same level. I want to have it connected in the corners. That's a better word for it. So we'll just do the corners. Start out slow. There we go. That's pretty good. So I'm comfortable. I'm very happy with the chandelier, the way it turned out. It's really nice, big centerpiece. You could even, you know, make it look more realistic by adding several beams, because most larger chandeliers have more than one support. If I could find the, here we go. So I could add perhaps another one right here, just coming down. I don't think I'm going to keep these, I'm just showing for example, because then I have to delete that stuff, but you can see that roughly how it would look if you have another one. Kind of makes it look more like heavy and weighted down, kind of like what you really want from a real nice chandelier. So let's see. There we go. It's not bad. Looks pretty nice. Probably keep it actually. Now that's just one. That's a main chandelier. Provided lots of light, and once you need it, especially because it's nighttime right now, it really lights up the whole room, the whole structure actually. Again, I haven't done rooms yet because we're going to work on that in the next part. But I still have a few more chandeliers I need to place. I'll place chandeliers on each corner. So here I'm not going to go as fancy as the other ones. I don't want to go too high again. I suspect this room will be like a seating room, or actually this is the entrance right here. So you don't want this to be too low, but definitely not too high. And you don't want it to be anywhere near as big as the main chandelier. So I'm just going to do a basic 1, 2, 3 down, surround the middle completely. And cut off the corners actually. And that's a small one. Once you add the iron bars, it looks much better. But for the size of this area, since it is an entrance, I'm actually gonna one up what I just did. So I'll go up one more and down more. I'm gonna try this again, just so you guys know how it's done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Again, surround the first piece. Do the same on the second to last. There we go. Alright, I think I'm all set. Oh, forgot one right here. There we go. And over here. Yep. Alright, so it looks nice. It's a borderline of almost too much iron bars, but it's alright for now, especially compared to the other one. It looks much more professional, this one right here. But this isn't bad either. And because I did this the same as this one, I'm just going to copy the same design of that on each of the corners of this room. I should say the centers, actually. These are really the centers of the rooms. So I'll connect them. I'll copy them over onto these 3 empty spaces, and I'll get back to you guys once I'm done. All right, welcome back. Again, I just finished completing the design of the 2 sides over. Make sure it's symmetrical again. But I chose a different design for these rooms. These rooms are a bit more narrow, a bit more taller. So I chose a more narrow, again, chandelier. Each room you customize. You want to always keep it symmetrical though. So if I were to split this entire structure in half, each half would be the same because I made sure this design is the same as the design over here. And it's consistent throughout. Oh, I actually forgot. There we go. Now it's consistent throughout. Alright. So again, you could always go your own way. You could use different blocks. You don't have to use the glowstone. You could even use beacons. Those light up nicely too. There's a few more blocks that light up, like the redstone lamps. Those light up. Again, the new sea lanterns. Those light up. You can always figure on different configurations. Try different things. Again, you could use different parts of the. You could use mossy cobblestone as part of the beam. You could use the oak fences. You could even use the glass panel actually as in place of the iron bars. You could use some glass panes. Excuse me. If I could find it, probably under decoration blocks. There it is. So you can use some glass panes also. Those might work, but I just went with the metal because it looks nicer with a more rugged kind of looking structure and design. So that's it for this kind of lighting. There's more lighting to come, but this is the main lighting. Later on as I make rooms, I'm assign separate lightings in the corners or from the roofs of those rooms, maybe mini chandeliers. But these are the main chandeliers. This is just main lighting right now. And tomorrow, or whenever you guys see the video next, we will begin more working on the structuring the rooms themselves. That's a big part of building a nice house, and we'll work on that tomorrow. Alright, thanks again for joining, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe.